Hello, YouTube. Today I have a very, I would say exciting video, but I think this is more so just a chill video, you know? In today's video, I want to just tell you guys which one I think is better, the 3DS or the PS Vita. I recently got my hands on a 3DS XL, and I've been wanting a 3DS for a long time now. I've had some before, I've had like multiple, but eventually I got rid of all of them, and you know I needed it again. I wanted it again, so I got one. I actually ended up trading. Coincidentally, I ended up trading a PS Vita for the 3DS that I have now. I have an unhealthy amount of handheld consoles. Yeah. So I'm gonna start with the 3DS though, and keep in mind this is the 3DS XL, not the new 3DS XL. This is like the older 3DS XL. So just for reference, that's specifically the 3DS that I'm talking about in this video, but I'm sure most of this stuff could apply to all of the 3DSs and 2DSs because they're basically all the same. The 3DS is a console that honestly I hold very dearly to my heart. It's a console that, you know, I pretty much grew up with. It's like played it on the bus going to school, you know, with friends. I would just be having it like everywhere I go for real when I had one. And even when I got older, like I said, like I've had multiple. I would buy them again, I would sell them, and then just buy another one. I had a weird obsession with 3DSs, and honestly, I still do. I think the reason why this console is so like it's just so enjoyable is I think the game selection on this console and also the way it's built, bro. This thing is, I would arguably say, the most portable console I've ever owned. It just feels great to hold, it feels great to play on, and then the game selection alone, bro. You got Mario Kart, you got Smash Bros, you got Legend of Zelda titles, you got Monster Hunter. Don't even get me started on Monster Hunter, bro. Don't get me started. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is one of my favorite handheld titles, and it's on the 3DS. That alone is like that sells me on the 3DS. Monster Hunter 4, I will have a 3DS. You know, that's just how it is. So yeah, the game selection, and you get a lot of fun games too. Like these games are just fun to play. Nintendo has always been that company that just has the fun games. Like it's like their main focus when they make a game is like, yo, like make this game as fun as possible. It just has like kind of an upbeat vibe most of the time, like Mario or like, you know, all these certain games. It's just so like it brings back that childlike wonder in you. You know what I'm saying? I've said a lot of positive things about the 3DS. I want to at least say something negative, or at least try to think of something negative, just to like, you know, have a little bit of both sides of the coin here. You know what I'm saying? If there's maybe one thing I don't like about the 3DS, this was definitely more so in the past. Growing up with it, this is what I didn't like about it. I didn't like that there wasn't any like, there's not that many like open world big games on there. It's because it's not like a super powerful system when you compare it to something like the PS Vita or like, I don't know, other big handheld consoles like a Steam Deck or Nintendo Switch or something. Like it's not anywhere near as powerful as those, but looking at it now, it's kind of a good thing as well because the creativity of the games are like up there, you know, because due to the low power it seems in the console. That's really the only negative thing I could say. Maybe also the fact that it doesn't have two joysticks. It only has like one kind of joystick, if you could call it a joystick. It's more like a nub or a, I don't even know what to call the joystick on the 3DS. That kind of pissed me off when I was a kid. I was so used to, you know, playing Xbox and like all that stuff. I was like, where's the second joystick on this little system? You know, it's like if you have one joystick, you might as well have two, right? It's not so much of a problem nowadays. And the new 3DS XL, I'm pretty sure has a little second joystick almost, but like I said, it's more like a nub. It's more like it looks like an eraser on a pencil. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. That's pretty much my opinions about the 3DS. Very nostalgic console for me. If you're a little older than me, you probably prefer the PS Vita over the 3DS, maybe. Actually, I think they came out at around the same time, actually. Honestly, it depends on just what type of dude you were, I guess. What type of dude or girl you were. You know, it's just like 3DS or PS Vita, which one were you on? But speaking of PS Vita, let's talk about the PS Vita a little bit now. The PS Vita is a straight up, like, in my opinion, it's a luxury console. Either model you get, like the 2000 or the 1000, I have the 2000 model, but I've owned both, so I could speak on, like, my opinions about both, because I've had both. I have the 2000 model right now, and I can say that it feels a little less well built than the 1000 model, but I could say that in my opinion, it looks better than the 1000 model. The 1000 model to me looks a bit like clunky, you know, it's just like kind of big. The 2000 model looks a lot better to me. It looks more sleek, you know, but it feels a lot cheaper, just being real. Not only that, the joysticks on the 2000 model tend to get stick drift very easily. I wouldn't say very easily, but I got one and it had stick drift. I think like I've had two that have had stick drift, and I had to replace the joysticks on them. I've never even heard of the 1000 models getting stick drift that much, so that's just to put that out there. But let's talk about some great things about the PS Vita. I mean, this thing is like, for me, when I think of like a good handheld console, I think of the PS Vita. Like, it's, don't get me wrong, I love the 3DS, but the PS Vita is just like in a whole different field. It's like, it's just different. Like, it's more so like an iPhone. It's like an iPhone with the games on it, bro, but with the controller on it too. If you were to hold it in your hands, it just reminds you of like an iPhone with a controller like on it. Like, if you've ever had those controller attachments on your iPhone, it kind of feels like that, but you know, it's just like a handheld console. And graphically, it's kind of there too. Like, it kind of meets with, like, I think like iPhone level. Honestly, probably a little less if I'm being real, because I think iPhones, especially nowadays, could play some pretty like graphically impressive games. But I mean, the catalog on this console for games, just like the options you have, are a lot. All right, you got a lot of options with the PS Vita. Not only do you have a vast amount of indie games, but you have some big titles on here that have been ported to the console. Not only that, if you mod this console, you have a lot of possibilities. I mean, you could get emulators on this thing. You could play PSP games. You could play PS1 games. You could play, dude, you could play anything. Not anything, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you could play a lot on this thing. Although it doesn't really spark that much nostalgia for me, it's still like a very fun console to play on, just due to the sheer amount of like games you could play alone on it. And it looks a lot cooler than the 3DS. It just does, you know. It's just like, it just looks cooler, just like the PSP looks pretty cool as well. Like, it's kind of like that, you know. It's like the 3DS, yeah, it's cool. Honestly, I wouldn't even describe the 3DS as cool. I would say the 3DS is like a cute console. The 3DS is the cute console. The PS Vita is the cool console. Which way do you go? If I had to say something bad about the PS Vita, you know, something really that kind of pisses me off on the PS Vita, I would say it's the back touchscreen. Why? Some people like it. I don't. I just think it's like kind of, I don't use it at all, and honestly, it kind of makes me like, kind of, I don't know how to, like, when I'm playing, I'm kind of wary of touching the back screen. It doesn't do anything if your game doesn't like use the back screen, but it's just, I'm always thinking, I'm like, dude, there's like a touch screen back here, bruh. It's like, why? Like, in my opinion, it was just like, I feel like that the brain power used to think of that could have been used for like something else on this console, like something, I don't know, like making the joysticks like a little better, or like something, bro. Anything else but the back touchscreen, in my opinion. And if I had to say which one was better, this is a hard question to answer because they're both so great, bro. They're both like extremely great consoles. If I had to choose which one was better, I would say Nintendo 3DS for me because literally I think Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate kind of sells the console for me. Because you can't really play that game on PS Vita, at least not that I'm aware of. If you can, please tell me down below like how I can do that. I don't know how to do that, but as far as I'm aware, you can't. But you can play it on the 3DS, so that's why I would choose the 3DS. Also, it's very nostalgic for me, so yeah, that's why I would choose the 3DS instead of the PS Vita. But if you are trying to decide which one you would want, I have a little bit of advice for you. It's really preference. My preference is the 3DS, but you should probably look into the games you want to play. Ask yourself, do you prefer Nintendo games? Then you should probably get a 3DS. If you prefer PlayStation games, you should probably get a PS Vita. If you want something extremely portable with, kind of just like a boot up and play type vibe to it, I think a 3DS is more on your on your side here. If you want something a little less portable with like more mature games and like kind of more games you could get into, more graphically impressive games as well, I think a PS Vita is for you. You know what I'm saying? One of the main things with these consoles is the form factor here too. Because you're gonna get indie games on both of these consoles. Like you have a lot of good indie games on both. So if you're not too picky on games, think of the form factor of the consoles. The 3DS has a much more portable friendly design, but has a lot less power to support those like super big games. So you're gonna get less, less graphically impressive games, but you have a super portable device. You could just stick this thing in your pocket, walk outside. I have no worries putting a 3DS like anywhere on my body, bro. Like back pocket, front pocket, in my bag. You know what I'm saying? You just close that thing and you're good. The PS Vita, it's a little different, at least for me, because I'm a little worried about the joysticks. Like all the time, I'm worried about the joysticks. So I usually want to have a case on them before I put them, before I put it in my pocket or in a bag or something. That's just me because I really don't want stick drift because that will ruin my life. If you don't care about that, then it can fit in your pocket. It's pretty much the same size as a 3DS XL. So keep that in mind. They're about the same size, but due to the joysticks, it kind of changes the portability of the PS Vita. I hope this video has given you some information that you could use to make your decision, and who knows, maybe you'll end up getting both, like I did. And I'm actually very happy I have both. So you know what, yeah, actually just maybe get both, bruh. If you're worried about price, I think they're actually around the same price nowadays. Like, I think they're truly around the same price nowadays. I think I got my PS Vita the first time around, and this was a 1000 model for like $170 on eBay. And 3DSs have only gone up in price. Like they used to be cheaper, but now they're kind of more expensive. So I think they're sitting around like the same kind of 150, 140ish. Certain models of the 3DS might go for a little more if you want something that looks really nice, some type of limited edition, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, they're around the same price. So it's really pick your poison here. Which one do you want? Or save up and get both. Also, go on Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes there are people that are just, they want to trade something. You might have a console laying around that you don't use that somebody else wants, and you could trade them for what you want, which is a 3DS or a PS Vita. That's it for today's video. I hope this video kind of helped you. I think I already said that. But yeah, please like and subscribe if you want. And until next time, peace. Ah, yes, this looks exactly like me. Or maybe this one. Yeah, that works.